just feels really tight, punchy. It's just massively aggressive. It's a total predator, this bike. I have to say, bloody love racing around on it. Maybe not for long days or touring, for sure. I mean, it's the whole slogan behind it. Built to haul ass, not cargo. And it certainly lives up to that. My name's Guy Kestevan. I've been a professional bike explainer for 25 years. And today, I'm test riding the blisteringly quick and blissfully uncompromising Cervelo Aspero 5. And the 5 on the Aspero 5 comes because this is the race version of the existing Aspero. So it's lighter, it's got that fully integrated aero front end. It's just that bit faster on an already super rapid bike, but this is what it was built for. Proper Kansas style farm road hauling. And I'd love to tell you how fast it was going, but I forgot to recharge my hammerhead. But at least I put it on, because Dave Arthur hates to out front mount was empty, so I figured I better not do that. But just loves winding those lots on. Hates dropping down the gear. So if there's a rise, you're getting out the saddle and you're going for it, my friend. It just won't accept anything less from you. Better slow down for that tractor mine. Cheers! And you've got this super clean, fully integrated cockpit. You've got a special oversized top on the steerer there, and in the stem. Hoses come just out the back of the bar in there. Distinctive forward swept section on the aero section. Alright. Say oversized head tube. And then you've got proper aero fork. There's no bosses or cargo points on there. In fact, the only cargo point is that top tube boss there for a dedicated aero fuel pod. And then down at the base of the fork, you've got that little eccentric chip there that you can switch trail on, so it suits either a 650 or 700C wheel. But not a mudguard or rack mount in sight on this bike. The back end is all about speed as well. You've got that super wide pressed at bottom bracket. You've got a power meter as standard on the SRAM force cranks. There aren't many gravel bikes with that feature. You've got a cutaway aero seat tube to bring that 32mm deep, lifetime warranted reserve rear wheel in close. You've either got DT Swiss or i9 rear hubs, and you've got SRAM Force Explorer wireless gears at the back. You've got zero rack or mudguard mounts. The only fix you've got is a GoPro mount under the saddle, so you can see just how much you're leaving your mates behind. But you can just see this bike is just all about flat out efficient gravel speed. And of course, all those aero tweaks and the stiffness of the bike and its low weight are probably even more obvious on road than off. So if you're more about the tarmac than the trail, this is a brilliant bike to choose. To be honest, with 38s is stock and 42s is your maximum in 700C. This is about as leery as this Aspero likes to get, and you know, the handling's certainly not on the stable and mountain bikey side of things. It's definitely got more of a road bike side. But as you can see, it will do it if it's called upon, and at least you don't have to worry unduly about your carbon rims, because as they're reserves, they're properly lifetime warranty. as is the frame, to be fair. So although it's a serious investment, at least it's a sound long-term one. All right. Yeah. Those flared bars helping there. All the bikes get flared bars, although they're not particularly wide at the top, ranging from 38 to 44. Oh. Depending on the size of bike you have. By the time you get to the tips and the bottom at 16-degree flare, it takes them out to 8 centimetres wider. But I have to say, I mean, I've not got much pressure in the tyres tonight. Probably about 25 front, 30 rear, but it actually didn't brutalise me too much over a short section of rough. But at the end of a long day, it's definitely not the most forgiving vehicle over the gravel genre that I've ridden. But while technical and twisty isn't really its thing, what it absolutely loves is putting the hammer down. Left, on your right, Graham. And absolutely screaming. Just the power delivery from that. Down tube, full width press fit bottom bracket, drop symmetrical chainstays is dramatically efficient. Drives amazingly well. And if you're going fast enough, that integrated cockpit even saves 32 grams of drag too. Whew. Ah, wait, it picks up speed. It's properly addictive. It really is. It deserves a 32mm deep, and they've got a good internal width on them, so they bulk up these 38 Gravel Kings to near a 40, but on this classic kind of staccato hard-baked grass stuff, you know, there's definitely more rattle and jab than there is on something, say, like a Giant Revolt. And one dead giveaway of how capable this bike is of turning a serious gear very easily is the fact that while it's listed as coming with a 1042 Explorer block, this sample's actually running a 1036, but I've still had absolutely no problem on any climbs. In fact, I'm not even sure I've been into that 36, and I put a fair amount of mileage into it on all sorts of terrain, but it's one of those bikes that just goes, right, another gear, yeah, very good, another gear though, you've got this, I've got this. Just the faster it goes, the better it feels as well. Whoa! Up until that steep steering catches you out. And you get the gears the wrong way around, but you know, 8.2 kilos this. Frames start at 920 grams. The plainer colours, these jazzy chameleon jobs, and a few hundred grams, but you know, that's road bike weight, and that's the kind of responsiveness you're talking about too. So I definitely feel like I'm on the edge of me bibs handling wise through here. It's just waiting for a chance to kick that mighty race-proven Cervelo turbo in. And just close those gaps. I'm not going to close it too much though. I won't be able to see what's in front of me, but it's just got crosshairs on whoever you're riding with. And I love the fact that while it has got this GoPro accessory mount on the front in the stem, there's another on the saddle so you can film yourself leaving your mates behind. Whoa! It's definitely not a drop bar mountain bike though. The heart rate's higher from the handling than it is from trying to make it go quick. It's almost like Graham's trying to outrun me. Switching to guns, Mab. There she goes. You! And once you've got that speed, it just loves hanging on to it. And maybe adding a gear if it can. This thing is a proper savage, a real race bike. Whew. I don't know why I'm filming the bits where it's a bit more sketchy. Oh yeah, that turning. It just sits you up a bit more upright than the slacker bike would, but no, you can't deny the light down here. It's something special. Well, we'll see how good a GoPro 10 actually is. It's meant to be good in low light. Whee! But yeah, that sharp handling definitely helps when it does start drifting, because it will drift. And just make those micro adjustments and actually that fork pretty smooth over that stuff, and it's accurate when you're braking as well. Alright, you know, you get some folks that really judder when you're holding on the brake, but you can anchor on as hard as the tyres allow with this one. Not an issue. But you know, just to reiterate, zero rack or bag mounts apart from that top tube one. I mean, you have got 3 bottles, so you can put a keg on the belly and then have 2 for drinking. But definitely for racing, not touring. In fact, I'm pretty sure Cervelo would confiscate it if they found you're loading it up with a bunch of bikepacking bags. I mean, just get the standard Aspero if that's what you want, because you don't need the integrated cockpit aero then. That's still a proper quick bike, but it's a bit cheaper too. So there you go, well, that's the Cervelo Aspero 5. They make absolutely zero bones about this being a proper out and out gravel race bike, and if that's what you're after, then this, and you can afford, you know, £4,000 for the frame set alone, just under 8 grand for this complete bike, then for pure gravel speed, this has very few equals. But if you're looking for an easygoing, relaxed handling, long hauler that likes to be loaded up with luggage and just pootling around the lanes, definitely not the bike for you. But then, that's not what Cervelo have ever been about. So, massive thanks to the guys at Cervelo UK for loaning me this Aspero. Thanks to PE's, Giro Cycling UK and Crud for sponsoring the channel. Thank you very much to my Patreon subscribers who pledge a small amount on a monthly basis, which really helps with the onward funding and investment in the channel, and means I can justify more time spent in front of the camera chatting to you guys. So if you really like what I'm doing in the channel, please consider pledging on a monthly basis, and you'll get exclusive, early and ad-free edits as a result. But if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, click for notifications so your next video is coming up. I've got another gravel bike coming up shortly. I mean, it's mostly mountain bikes on here, but I've got another gravel bike coming up shortly, which is very, very different from this. In fact, it couldn't be more different, I don't think, and still have drop bars. But anyway, that's coming up in the pipeline very shortly. Hit the like button so YouTube share the channel with more people, and share the news with your mates, because getting people to watch it is the best way for the channel to grow, which means I get more bikes and you get more videos. But for now, I've been Guy Kesteven on Guy Case TV, going flat out on road and off on Cervelo's absolutely uncompromising, blisteringly quick and beautiful Aspero 5 gravel racer. Sorry, it just looks so beautiful in sunlight. I'm going to do a gratuitous pass over the paintwork. just so you can see how amazing this chameleon paintwork looks up close. I mean, it is crazily expensive, this bike, but at least it totally looks the part. Nothing for the wind to grab hold of there.